Now, when you're good looking, everybody will tell you, oh, you look wonderful, you're so great looking. But when you're ugly, you got to figure that shit out for yourself.
You notice when you're beautiful and you have that beauty about you, that you're pure, you notice everybody treats you differently. You notice you stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, you can just tell when somebody has pure beauty. They stand out in the crowd. They can do anything they want. People buy them things. People give them discounts. People will come at their beck and call. If there's a glow when beautiful people are around each other, everybody shines to them. It's hard to explain. It's like, it's such a radiant attraction, like the law of attraction. Things just attract themselves to beauty. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be people, cars, houses. People like beautiful things. Not the opposite, not ugly. Because when you're ugly, people think you're negative. Or it's a stigma of being negative, so people don't want to be around it, even though you could be one of the nicest people in the world. When you look good, just by sight. Do you remember the story of Joseph Merrick? This is a true story, and they made a movie called The Elephant Man. Joseph Merrick was a guy who was diagnosed with a syndrome that made him look like this. And he ended up dying like this. Imagine going through your whole life having to wear a sheet over your head because everybody thought you were so ugly and grotesque they couldn't look at you because they would get scared. The true definition of ugly. And because of that, he was treated like a freak of nature that made everybody just make fun of him. That's what we do when somebody doesn't look good or doesn't have beauty. We make fun of them. You would never catch us making fun of Halle Berry because she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And I personally met her in person before, and the way she looks here is the way she looks in person. A very beautiful, nice woman, smiles a lot. She is one gorgeous woman. And you're going to treat her with royalty. Because when I met her, everybody was at her beck and call. But she really wasn't looking for that. It's just that that's just the way it is. When you have that beauty, or you so handsome like a Denzel Washington, you're going to get that kind of praise. You're going to get people at your beck and call. I mean, wherever Denzel Washington goes, people are going to be at his beck and call. Not only for his looks, because he's a star. And he's the new version of a Sidney Poitier. So people are going to praise him just off looks. And that's the way the world has always been set up. Because when you don't look good, people don't help you as much. This is a guy that was interviewed who's been homeless for about 3 years. And he's saying how hard it is for him to find a job because every time he goes in for that application, he does the interview, they just automatically tell him to get lost. And a lot of it's looks, because he says he has friends that a little younger, look a little better than him, and they've gotten a job right on the spot. So he believes it's his looks. Beauty and the Beast. The beauty gets the job and the beast don't. Has it always been like that? But guys like Tom Cruise don't have to deal with that. Because I've heard so many girls and so many friends of mine that said they'll take a bullet for Tom Cruise. That Tom Cruise is the best man they ever saw in their life. And I said, well, what's the big deal about Tom Cruise? But you know, he has a big, big female fan base. And if he looks at them, they'll just fall out and be ready to go to heaven with him.
Ben's just about to get on stage.
Great.
Are there any seats left?
Yes, there's one last seat towards the front. And here's an outline of the program. Today's topic is compassion for strangers.
Oh, no need. I'm just here because I heard that he gives away money at the beginning of all his talks. Is it true that the last time he gave away $10,000?
Yes, it's true.
Wow. I could buy so many Louis Vuitton bags with that. I'm gonna go grab my seat. Is that seat open?
Yep, it's open. Have a seat. I'm Chelsea, by the way.
I can't get by.
Oh, sorry. These seats are so small.
It's not that the seats are small, you're just too big. Do you mind moving so that I can get in?
I'm sorry. Tarman's one of my favorite motivational speakers. I've got all his books. How long have you been following him for?
I don't know who he is. I just know that he gives away cash. I'm here for the money.
Oh, well, you are gonna love the talk.
Look, can you just scoot over? You're all in my space.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry.
Is that as far as you can go? You're still touching me.
I'm really sorry, but this is as far as I can go.
All right, everyone. We are just about to get started. Darman will be coming on stage momentarily.
Yes, I am so excited. I've been wanting to see him in person for so long. You know, I think you're really gonna love this guy.
Can you not talk with food in your mouth? That's disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
And do you really need to be eating a candy bar right now?
I mean, well, yeah, I do. You see, I have this condition.
You're still pushing up against me. Ah! Can't take this!
Is everything okay over here?
No, everything is not okay. I shouldn't have to sit in this seat next to her.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but it looks like all of the seats are full.
This is ridiculous.
Here, you can take my seat. I don't mind sitting there.
Thank goodness. Excuse me.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now you see how sometimes you can look pretty, but your attitude makes you look ugly. So sometimes that's a big deal too. Because this woman's attitude is so bad. To be as cute as she is, it makes her look ugly. And no one really wants to deal with her. And as you can see, that gentleman behind her doesn't like her attitude, even though she is pretty. So that makes a big difference too. This lady here can have the sweetest attitude, no matter how big she is. And it can make her look way more attractive than that lady with the attitude. So that just shows you that beauty and ugly can come in many different forms. It doesn't always have to be the physical or the outlook. It can also be the mental. You know, the way you portray yourself makes a big difference between ugly and beauty. It's because some of the biggest women that may not be that attractive have the greatest personalities, and that personality's gonna make her look gorgeous. And I've seen nice looking women like this with attitude look very horrible. You see it all the time. Just because she looks good, when she opens her mouth, all of a sudden she turns ugly. You have those type of people out there also. They can go out there and get their hair done or put a wig on and look outstanding. But when you speak to them, they walk by you and don't say nothing. They don't speak and it makes them look ugly. Your personality is the real beauty. If your personality is bad, it don't matter how you look, what kind of dress you got on. It don't matter what kind of makeup you got on. It don't matter if you think you look good. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't. If you don't have a personality where you're courteous to people, where you actually speak, men won't find you attractive. They'll just call you the other word and talk about you in your face and behind your back. This is Egg Dog 8. I hope you enjoyed this video about beauty and ugly. I hope I explained it right, and I hope it comes out right. I'll see you in the next video.